Okay, so while the neck is drying, I need to drill 2 holes where the neck mounts to the body. You got 2 1/4-inch pins. So the first hole is a 1/2 inch from the top. The next one is 1 1/4 inch from the top. So I'm breaking out the body mold again to hold this while I drill it. I seem to be having trouble drilling, but I think it's just because I'm nervous about screwing it up. Either that or I have a dull drill bit. Both are very possible. And that went all the way through. I hope that's not a problem. Put these pins into here. See if they line up in here. And they don't. I mean, they just don't line up at all. Like the instructions are wrong. I guess I should have measured this instead of measuring or going off of what it said. The first hole is right, 1 1/2 inch. The second hole is more like 1 5/8. Not 5/8, 3/8. But it still doesn't line up. I guess my only option really is to plug these holes and drill new ones to match the holes that I've drilled in the body. So I've got an oak dowel rod in my drill and it's too big to fit in the hole. I don't have a 1/4 inch dowel, so I've got my sanding block here and I got my drill and I'm just going to make this smaller. It's a little bit long, it's getting wobbly. Make it shorter so it's not as wobbly. I'm gonna let these dry overnight. I do have to say, this is the first time in this project that I've been disappointed with the kit. So far, everything is done really well. You just go by the book. This one, that measurement, maybe that's right for the tenor or the concert ukulele, but it's not true for the soprano. Those holes are further apart than what the book said. So measure this before you drill those. Our holes that we drilled in the body didn't match up to the holes that were already in the neck. So I plugged the holes that were in the neck. I plugged these holes and now I'm going to cut them off flush. Now I want to do lines that match up with my holes that I've already got. So I want to do a 1/2 inch, and 1 1/4 inch. These need to be the center of the holes. You can see from the plug here that those weren't the center. So their measurements were wrong. I'm going to stop talking about that. We're going to move on with our lives. Okay, so got our dowels in here. We're gonna see if they fit up, if they match up. Looks like they do. Kind of go in at an angle like this. Ta-da! They fit. Okay, so now that we got that little crisis out of the way, I can go back to what I was supposed to be doing. It's not time to join the neck to the body yet. Right now I've got a bunch of glue squeeze out right here, and I need to clean this up, clean up the sides, and make sure this transition is going well. Alright, so this feels pretty good. Next thing I want to do, take my flat board and I want to level the frets. And you know what? I don't want to do this with 80 grit. I'm going to use my other flat side. I almost made a mistake. This one fret was much higher than the other because that's pretty much flat now. Okay, so now we're sanding the body with 180 grit. So this is when it counts. This is when you want to make everything pretty. Okay, so I've sanded the body and the neck with 180. I'm going to take this damp paper towel. I'm going to wipe this down to get it wet. That's going to raise the grain. It's going to make all the little fuzzies stand up. Once I've dampened everything, and raised the grain, I'm going to sand it with 220. There we go, sanded. The instructions say that I need to dry fit the neck. The front of the bridge is to be 13 3/8 inches from the nut. So I'm going to level this where it would meet the nut. Now I'm going to use the body roll for this because I can't seem to hold on to it. I'm going to mark and I'm going to just center my neck. So I got my neck on here, still not glued on. I got my straight edge running down the side of the neck. And I'm going to mark on my tape. So now I've taped off the bridge's footprint. So what I want to do next is I want to put a piece of tape in the middle of this. I'm using different tape so that I can kind of see. These using my thumbnail to get it around the edges here. Now I want to cut this out because I want the tape to stay where the bridge is going to be. That way when I apply the finish, the wood won't be finished there and the glue will adhere when I go to glue the bridge on.